Hello chess lovers, let's have a look at a game played by Aksel, Kvaloy and Benjamin Dauth. Aksel Kvaloy is a 9-year-old chess player from Norway and his opponent Benjamin Dauth is a Fide master from Germany. The game was played at Xtracon Chess Open 2017. Let's see how the game went on. Aksel Kvaloy started with e4, e5 by Benjamin Dauth, knight f3, knight c6, d4. This is the Scotch game, but after e takes d4, bishop c4, knight f6, knight g5, the game is transformed into an Italian game, two knights defense. d5, e takes d5, knight a5, queen takes d4, knight takes c4, queen takes c4, queen takes d5, queen e2 check, bishop e6, knight takes e6 and f takes e6. Capturing on e6 with a queen is better, but probably black decided not to go for a queen exchange. But after f takes e6 we can see that this pawn on e6 is becoming vulnerable. White castles, bishop d6, rook e1, and a dubious decision, king f7, protecting the pawn on e6. A better move was e5. If f4 trying to win a pawn, then black can castle kingside, f takes e5, queen d4 check, king h1, rook e8, black is winning back the lost pawn. But we see this king f7 move, which allows white to target black king. Now comes knight c3, queen f5, knight b5, rook e8, and knight d4. With this beautiful knight maneuver, white is bringing the knight to d4 square, attacking the pawn on e6. Queen d5, bishop e3, a6, rook d1, queen takes a2, bishop g5, and queen d5. There is nothing wrong with queen takes b2. Moreover, this is a better continuation. If bishop takes f6, then g takes f6, queen h5 check, king g8, knight f5, e takes f5, rook takes e8 check, rook takes e8, queen takes e8 check, king g7, queen a4, queen e5, g3. Black has a bishop and two pawns against the rook, and this is an equal position. But we see queen d5 move in the game. Now comes bishop takes f6, king takes f6, c4, queen e5, queen f3 check, queen f4. Black is trying to exchange the queens, queen h3, both rejecting the offer and also protecting this pawn on h2, king f7, c5, bishop takes c5, and after queen h5 check, black is losing his bishop. But if a move like bishop f8, then again this continuation is winning for white. Knight takes e6, queen h6, queen f5 check, king g8, knight g5, rook takes e1, rook takes e1, and black is in Zugzwang. For example, if a move like c6, then queen f7 check followed by queen takes b7. Now both this rook on a8 is hanging, also there is this knight f7 threat, forking the king and the queen, and this is winning for white. Let's go back. After c5 we see bishop takes c5, queen h5 check, king g8, and simply white is a piece up. Rook d8, g3, queen d6, queen c4, b5, queen a2, queen d5, and white is starting to grab black pawns. Queen e2, queen a2, knight b5. We see this rook exchange on d1, queen takes b2, knight takes c7, queen e5, queen d8 check, king f7, queen d7 check, king f6, knight d8 check, king g6, knight d6, h5, queen f7 check, king h7, queen f4, queen a1 check, king g2, queen a2, queen f3, king g6, queen f7 check, king h6, and knight f5 check, and black resigned, using the fact that this pawn on e6 is pinned. If a move like king g5, then h4 check, king g4 followed by knight e3 checkmate. A very impressive game, I think, played by a 9-year-old chess player. What do you think? Is this going to be a rise of a new star from Norway? Your comments please. Good luck.